And not as much sunshine this afternoon compared to yesterday. We are seeing a few showers pass by across Pennsylvania to the north, and that is leading to some additional cloud cover as you enter into western Maryland, across Hagerstown, and even getting into the eastern panhandle. But that is not stopping our temperatures. We are already up to 82 degrees, so another warm afternoon in store, at least before those storms really start to pick up now over the next couple of hours, as we are expecting another stormy afternoon. There's those temperatures cooler in spots, 73 in Leesburg, 77 still in Frederick, and 76 in Thurmont, but we're already up to 83 in Germantown, 82 in Hagerstown, and 86 in Charlestown. So we're going to have the warmth out there for sure. It is still muggy, dew points in the 60s and 70s, but unlike yesterday, the heat index is not as intense, as we only have heat index values getting into the lower 90s in a few spots. So that's a little bit less fuel for those storms this afternoon, which is why the coverage of storms and the intensity are not expected to be as intense as yesterday. But we have this low pressure center spinning over the Great Lakes. There's all of the shower and storm activity out ahead of that. Like I mentioned, there has been some rain shower activity moving through Pennsylvania that has avoided the four-state region for the most part. We're just seeing that sharp increase in cloud cover as you get into the eastern panhandle and western Maryland this afternoon. Still plenty of cloud cover, though, back to the east for the time being. Of course, that will be changing now as we go later into the afternoon with those storms. And again, we are expecting them to develop through the middle of the afternoon over the next few hours. The focus of where those storms will be to the west of I-81 for the most part, along the Blue Ridge Mountains into Virginia and West Virginia as well. And again, a few of these could get on the stronger side, and those will have gusty winds and also the potential for heavy rainfall that could lead to localized flood issues in some spots. So we're still under a level 1 of 5 in terms of the severe scale, 5 being the highest. And like I mentioned, the main threats we're watching for is that localized flooding with any heavy rainfall, and we could see a few with just some damaging winds out there as well. So checking it out here through the rest of the afternoon. Again, there's those showers and storms as they fire off in the middle of the afternoon, continuing through the dinner hour. But you can notice how the coverage again is a lot lower than what we saw yesterday. That'll certainly help for those soggy locations from yesterday. And then we just quiet things down a good bit all the way through your Wednesday behind that cold front after it passes by tonight. Plenty of dry time, just some additional clouds, maybe some sprinkles into the early overnight hours, but we're looking very quiet and very nice indeed then as we go further into the week this week. So those thunderstorms expected to fire off now, like I mentioned, as we go to the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. We could still reach into the upper 80s in a few locations, but likely to stay a bit cooler than that in many spots thanks to that cloud cover that is out there. And we'll have that dry time Wednesday through Friday, comfortable as well, lower humidity, and then we'll be getting back to the lower 90s by the time we get into next weekend.